Hi, how are we? I'm very tired, but yes, I have an update to give. So I'll wait for a few people to get on if anyone's still awake or not at work. And then we can get cracking on some interesting things that I have stumbled across today. How many people do we have awake while I'm cleaning up my mess? Hi, Giggle. Oh my God, what a day. Seriously, you have no idea. This is a very unusual update, so bear with me. It's not going to be a normal update. It's been something I've stumbled across. I'm a very, like I said, I've been getting a lot of downloads and they're driving me nuts. And it's a bit like when I was younger. I would have spirits come to me in the evening and it's like, go away, I'm not interested, and they wouldn't go away, so I had to deal with their problems. This one's probably going to spin you out a little bit. This isn't the normal yielders video, so you're going to have to bear with me to the point I'm probably going to smoke. That's how spun out I am. Okay, now we keep talking about the event. I'll wait for a few more people to get on because I'm not going to rabbit on about what I'm going to say. And yeah, look how tired I am. I've been going for 5 hours at this info. How are our ascension symptoms going? Crucially important, very important. You had a weird dream this morning. You're probably going to have a nightmare after I tell you what I've discovered. It'll give you food for thought and you'll be able to actually go away and do some research of your own after I boggle your mind with this rubbish. Hi, how are you? We're good at the moment, aren't we? Okay, so how many twins do we have on here? What time is it over there? Look at me. I'm back to my old nursing years where I've got the pen in my hair. Had a weird dream with yellow light. Hold that thought. Very interesting. Bloody hot in here. Sorry if you're going to have to bear with me. It's very warm in here. I've been so submerged in the actual paperwork things that I literally have had the heater on and I've been cooking. I'm not surprised. Now, okay, where would I bloody start? Okay, well, I have been seeing many things this week and I've had to really rack my brain about what I was being shown. And different things. Look, I'm spiritual. I wouldn't call myself super religious. It's not I don't believe in a higher energy. I was stuck in the middle, okay? I've got a Muslim parent and I've got a Christian parent, so it's what I believe. But some of the things I've been seeing have been really baffling me and I keep looping and I have to keep looking at these things. And whenever I see a repeating theme, I'm mindful enough to get to a point where I go and do some research in the area. And for a while I was hearing different things and I would do the research on it and then I would stumble to another thing and it kept linking me back to the same location, same substance, same area. Now, I was seeing X for a while. I'm probably going to baffle you now, so you'll probably hate me after this. Okay, so I've been seeing X everywhere. Now, X directly comes from the term algebra, which was directly linked to chi energy. Now, a lot of us are talking about the event, and I'll have to, honestly, with the X letter, to go into that, I would have to do a whole video, and probably I really should have done a whole video for 20 pages of how much paperwork I've got from all the information I've got downloaded. But I'm going to try and compile it and relay it as much as I've physically absorbed it while I've done it today. Okay, so with chi energy, I keep hearing chi and alchemy. Now, a lot of the way the planet is at the moment is, yeah, no, it's not X, although, you know, you could stumble across that and actually think. Okay, now with energy, increase of toxins and other situations going on directly connected to our technology, telephones, cancers, you name it, we've got it. Now, at Earth magnetic, how do you call it? I'm going to have to pick the term before I directly tell you. Okay, it's called gauze. Now, the Orth geometric field. When you're needing to get grounded, they say that you need to spend about an hour and a half with no shoes on. Now, energetically speaking, yeah, it is magnetic field. Now, about 2,000 years ago, it was fairly high. Now, when I say fairly high, it was in the 300s. It's at half now. So in order for you to get grounded, it's virtually impossible. Now, magnetic therapy does a lot of things. It helps with arthritis. It can help with ADHD. Research it. Go away and have a look. Now, our core field, think of us as negative and positive. So we are of a frequency. We internally, feminine, masculine, negative, positive, have that energy. The earth core has that as well. Now, we absorb it, okay? You've also got the aspect of photosynthesis, which I'll get to that in a minute, but it's the biorhythms of the planet is not there, okay? So we're absorbing that and depleting it, but it's not through the particular means you actually think. It's actually a physical energy source that we're absorbing it. But the thing we're not actually realizing is we are part of the equation. So when we talk about the event and ascension and it being highly important, I'm actually starting to understand why now, especially for those of you who are twins. Now, when you look at the aspect of manifestation and the magnet effect, you can go and look at the laws of attraction, like attracts like. Doctors actually do wash their hands in cold water. And from what I've stumbled across, they actually do say that if you've been around a negative environment, you physically having touch, feel, or an energy within their domain, you are physically absorbing that like a sponge. So when I say to you, go and have a shower, it is very much go and have a shower. But don't get to, look, we can't micromanage ourselves to the point where we're getting, oh my God, I've got to have a shower every 2.5 seconds. And there's a funny story connected to that because I remember telling my brother when he was a child, don't swim in the bore water, don't play, but you'll get a bug in your ear. And of course, I used to tease him and turn the sprinklers on. And I never understood why, whenever the sprinkler would come on, if he was playing ball out the front, he comes screaming in. And he said to me one day, a bug's going to get in my ear. So I'm not going to make you that scared to the point you're going to go, oh my God. Okay? A cold shower apparently takes away negative impacts of energy. That can be from your mobile phones, from energy sources of other people. What we're doing is actually, okay, so this is us. We're moving past another energy. We are sharing frequencies at all times. So what's happening is we're actually at all times, especially with the way the planet is at the moment with the retrograde. When you look at Chiron being here for 9 years, I can totally understand, okay? Chiron being here for 9 years is saying, listen up, peeps. The planet needs to get an upgrade. If you don't purge your shit, we can't get our vibration up. Now, from what I've researched, your frequency is imperative. Now, that's for many reasons. You eliminate the magnetic field from the earth. You are unable to ground yourself because you've depleted so much of it. There's mass population at the moment, so we're depleting the actual magnetic field inside the earth, which can cause a flip. If that was to deplete too far, the planet could actually flip. So it is within our power, but when you look at it, it's actually raising your frequency. Now, even looking at a triangle, and again, I was seeing triangles everywhere. Like I said, there's so much information, so bear with me. It's going to partially make sense, I'm hoping, and you can go away and absorb it and go, Yildiz, what the fuck are you on about? Okay, so at the moment, the gauze on the planet are at half, and they used to be 350. That was maybe 2,000 years ago, maybe 4,000. They're at half. Our brain holds 10. So you can see, if you're trying to regenerate your gauze from the magnetic field of the earth, you ain't going to get it. If your brain's at 10 in an energetic field and you're trying to earth yourself, which, you know, neutralizes things, if it helps with arthritis and it helps with strength and detoxification and grounding, if you don't have that there, you ain't going to have it, okay? And you've got to generate it somehow. Now, what has been found from the research I've looked at is cold showers now and then can deplete that energy. You can buy magnets, okay? So you can actually buy magnets, but you're probably going to have them and go and do the research. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm just giving you the info that I've found. You'd have to have them at the level of 350 gauze. Now, they sort of have two sides. So one is, it's sort of like one's negative, one's positive. But again, do more research. One does one thing, as in it will increase stimulation, one decreases it. So you use it as a different tool for different things. It can help with your sleeping, but if a simple fridge magnet's not going to do shit. It's not going to do shit, okay? For you to get grounded, your equilibrium, there is actually a term where you can have a deficiency in gauze. Like, what the fuck? It can cause nausea. It can cause headaches, sleeplessness. A lot of things that seem very similar to Ascension symptoms. Depression. It does assist when you have it balanced with ADHD. And I'm going, what the fuck? Okay, it gets worse, okay? Okay, so there is a south pole of the magnet and there is a north pole of the magnet. And doctors actually use these, okay? So it has been clinically proven. One speeds up repair, the other one relaxes tissue. And again, depending on what you want to use it for, it could be used for many things, but we're just not reaping the benefits. Now, that's one part. I'm getting to it. Okay. If the core is reduced, it can cause a flip on the planet. Now, it's the energy that comes from the sun, that core plus the external coating is what's protecting us. So it's actually diminishing. Now, have you ever, okay, birds, did you know that birds actually can sense magnetic fields, and that's why they directly do move in a certain direction and never go off course, because they can actually see the frequencies and the waves. They're able to move through, but now some of them are becoming blind, some of them. Bear with me. I should have a smoke. I'm serious. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, it's the zebra finch uses eyes to sense the magnetic field. I was like, yep, okay, fair enough. Bear with me. You can talk amongst yourselves, okay? Don't stress. Like, I could have sat here for another 3 hours and compiled it, and I thought you're just going to have to hear me talk shit until I can get to the point. It does get worse, it's okay. Okay, Tesla. Have you ever heard of Tesla? He created the good old light bulb. Now, you know when we say manifestation, I can't manifest. You do realise we're conductors, right? Some of us are getting that, so that can be that's a bit of a worry too. Okay. Tesla created the light bulb. Tesla also theoretically created renewable energy, which was sort of, how do I put it? It's a fresh, clean energy, which is what we are capable of as human beings. It's only now becoming more known that we have this. It is directly connected to our chakras. Some of the things I've been researching, when you do go, okay, look at Nostradamus. back in the heyday, when they were writing things, we've got to understand in layman's terms that the way in which they wrote it, due to the aspects of witchcraft and all the rest of it, and suppression, plus, you know, they had to write in code. When you do start reading it a little bit closer, some of it sounds very similar to the chakras, to Ascension, to alchemy, and the energy source. Now, some of the chakras are directly connected to triangles. And if you look down through all the cultures, you can look to the Egyptians, you can look to Jews, Christians, Muslims. There's the Trinity. There's the commonality of the three everywhere. Three, bloody three, okay? The Trinity knot, three wise men, the three nails on the cross, threes everywhere, threes on triangles. Now, the pyramids, three sides. It is the strongest point of strength, right? Also, when you look at chakra and chi and meditation, there is masculine and feminine energy, okay? Triangle, alchemy. The alchemy is your energy source. It is the energy source where you can physically harness that energy. Now, I'm actually feeling directly connected to the Ascension. It is incredibly important that we raise our vibration. That is because if the core is depleting due to us depleting it and other things going on, if we physically have that same energy inside us that we can raise the frequency, from what I've researched in videos, you being in the energy field, you know how they say like attracts like, again, magnet, manifestation, like attracts like, manifestation, it's still magnet. It's a magnetic of cause and effect. Now, if you're around negative people, you're getting the same fucking vibration. If you're around happy people, you're getting the same vibration. So theoretically, for those of you who are saying, why hasn't my masculine come? It's because your frequency's changed. Your frequency's changed. Okay? When masculine has raised their frequency of masculine energy, yes, they will join you too, but it's not just twins. It's alchemy, okay? It's the pyramids, which theoretically could be used as energy places, especially where they were located with the stars. They had located a battery, which they're still superstitious that maybe it was not from that era, but it was still neons ago, where they were using an aspect of it to create energy, and it was able to light, and you can go and Google it, you can go and have a look. There was a battery found in a pyramid. What else did I find? Okay. Theoretically, to build the pyramids, it would have taken 20 years. It would have taken 20,000 people. They also had spares that were made from asteroids. I'll leave that up to you guys to work out what that is. It just goes on. The list goes on and on. It's called the Baghdad battery, okay? It's in a terracotta pot with a mouth 1.5 inches wide, copper cylinder, and it has acid inside it. Now, to raise your frequency, theoretically, if we want to use ourselves as a magnet to raise the frequency of the planet, they're actually saying you need a Pacific diet. It's also connected to Pacific chakras. Now, one of them, and again, bear with me, like I said, I've got thousands of notes. I'll have to get back to that. I can hand my card. Okay, so the first one is your solar plexus. I think it's the fucking solar plexus. Bear with me. Yes, solar plexus chakra. That needs to be balanced. It's all things yellow, and it's the lotus flower. Is that not weird? It's feminine energy. Lotus flower. You can say, gee, Eudes, that's really weird. What the fuck? What else have I found? It's like, wow. Bear with me. Okay, with the triangle. Where is it? It comes down to fire, earth, air, water, and then the star. So it's fire, earth, and it's got a symbol through it, air with another cross through it, and water. Okay, and then there's one this way, one that way, which is the star. And that creates unity, balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So the areas you'll need to balance is you're probably going to need to eat seaweed. Okay. Yes. The spirit. The areas that are balanced. Now this comes down to the triangle. Oh, it's just too much. I could be there for years, I'm telling you, because it all just hyperlinks and keeps looping and doing donuts. It's like, okay. Now, the solar plexus is the lotus flower. The diet, it comes down to your digestion, and you need to balance it, okay? You need to balance that area if we want to raise the planet's vibration, if this is theoretically true, which it concerns me, so I wouldn't be saying it if I wasn't. It restores your energetic field. But the funny thing is, you know how they say, oh, twins should be vegetarian? Yeah, peeps, twins should be vegetarian, okay? They're actually picking certain chakra points, okay? Now, it doesn't have to be you're going to go all out vegan, but by eating particular food groups that can photosynthesize and create heat in your body, you can activate that chakra point and the heat core like a star, because that's what you're trying to aim for in an energy core center, is to get it to a point where you're creating chi, alchemy energy. Now, when it's blocked, it's due to ego, okay? That there. Releasing the ego, which is due to ascension, you know, and where the planets are at the moment. Remember, we were saying it was the death of ego and it was moving through. Well, hey, isn't that divinely guided that we've stumbled across this information now? And it is connected to energy harnessing. Energy harnessing. Fire. Digestion, eat yellow food groups, but connected to ascension, connected to you utilizing energy, which I'll do another video on that, because I still have to just absorb all of this information. There are particular green food groups you need to eat, and that is sushi, green leafy vegetables, getting the organics in, okay? Get the green vegetables in. Breathing techniques. Now, oils you can use to actually, you know, generate that is chamomile, bergamot, cedarwood, and rosemary. And what you can consume, consume. What you can apply, apply, or burn in the area. Yes, so it's Tesla. Now, in Tesla's equation to create that energy source, it's like a mathematical equation from universe. And it's 3, 6, and 9. Now the 3 again is, that's it, chlorophyll. I love you. There you go. Okay, so the 3 is the Trinity, okay? There's 3 everywhere, okay? I'm just reporting what these articles are, you know, and I can reference them later. It's the Holy Trinity, the faith, the spirit, but on a separate level, it's the 3rd chakra. There's too many synchronicities of 3s everywhere. And it's just weird. Connected to the triangle, the pyramids. It's in physics. You name it, it's everywhere. It is actually theoretically the strongest point. And I've got to find the actual triangle page. Okay, the triangle symbol. Gender, creativity, harmony, prosperity, ascension. Accumulation, illumination, subjectivity, manifestation. Meaning of inverted, feminine. Okay? Lunar, Shakti. Passive, down, and mother. Okay? Meaning of it upwards is the masculine energy. Male, solar, Shakta, assertive, mountain, up, father. Mother, father. We're healing our childhood wounds, aren't we? Good old Chiron giving us a hand. Okay, the energy of three, threefold. And I always say that. The universe gives you 3 warnings. Okay, 1 represents the force. 2 represents the open. 3 is the birth of wisdom, which again, ascension. The spirit, the mind, and the body, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, you've heard it before. Thoughts, feelings, emotions. It's a harmonic orchestration. I'm just saying. Do we have any questions while we're at it? So from what I have gathered is, with the amount of people we have on the planet, plus when we're talking about the mission, why do I almost make sense? You know how we're going, oh, I want my twin. It's like, you know shit, but fuck. If theoretically our energy is depleting the earth at a negative level and everyone is going through, like, isn't it just too synchronistic? We all are feeling like shit. And we have for 3 years. Now, Chiron's here for 9 years. Is that D-Day? Is that we need to get our life together? I feel it's divinely guided. Now, this is a number 1 year, a foundation year. Sweeping out the old. Is that not a bit weird? Now, for us to raise our frequency, and we physically are getting to a point where we're going through an ascension, which is an aspect of that number ratio, because the 6, Tesla's mentioning in that equation to create that energy, which is clean. It's within us. It's within the core of the earth. It's an energy frequency. We share it. We share energy. So what happens is your energy's here. There is the flow, but it's not directly on your body. It's actually a circular motion, right? And it does extend outside your body. You then match another person's frequency, and they're adding that vibration and increasing that vibration. So it's going out and out like a big warp. So when you think about it, that's why you're not attracting your masculine if emotionally speaking their vibration's down. And that's not judgment. That's just, unfortunately, unless they can get to that point, which the universe is helping them go through that aspect. And that's every person on the planet, not just twins, okay? We're just becoming a bit more super conscious of it. On a theoretical level, if that is helping them change, then like attracts like, it's gonna flow out. So feminines, if your frequency is up, it is your job. And I'm sorry to say that, but energetically, it's your fucking job. And that may be why the females have come to this place where they're getting themselves grounded, because like attracts like, okay? So theoretically, if you're hanging around another female friend or a male friend, you're directly going to impact their energy frequency to a point it's going to flow out, flow out, flow out. Does that make sense? Does that make any sense? Did you learn about the solar system rotating around the second sun? Well, part of my download of what I had, I kept hearing Elijah and Eli, okay? And then I started looking at different things, and it was, how do I put it? I've been seeing the Phoenix rising. Now, in Nostradamus, they talk about the 3 comings, and I always say the three rules, you get 3 warnings from universe. Now, Nostradamus mentions a time frame when there would be another person. Now, it does mention a chariot, and with a person with different faces, but coils, being chakras. And you know, the crown chakra, the way they describe it is very much like an aspect of where we are spiritually and our ascension. Now, there is a planet coming in, Placiris, I think it's called. There is a comet, sorry, coming into the atmosphere, and that is in August. And they do mention when a certain river in Israel dries up, Tigris, but theoretically it hasn't dried up. It is named through one of Nostradamus's predictions where he says it will dry up. It theoretically hasn't. There's actually a road now over it, because I was seeing these visions. I've started like stumbling across these things, and you know, it said there will be a coming of Elijah and bloody blood, and I'm going, okay. And they mention a fire in the sky chariot. Now it's strange because next month there is a comet coming through, but they're saying theoretically it's going to come up and go out, and they have been aware of it for a while. And they do have systems in place, but they have been keeping an eye on it for a while. Just sort of speaking, I'm just saying. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Have fun with that. Funny you say that, actually. I sat there the other day and I was thinking the same thing, and I went, you know what? I'm just going to tell you. Many, many moons ago, I had someone that was exactly like me, and it was also normal, and it was also lovely, and it was also fucking boring. Okay? Don't wish that, okay? Life is interesting. You get the good and the bad, but if you get the too normal, it's too bloody boring. True? Yeah. It's like, you know. Any questions? At bloody God knows what hour at the night. Yeah. You know what you want, Dolly. You know what you want. Yeah, fuck that. Ugh. Rather have an interesting life. I'm vegetarian anyway. Meditation. Buy some magnets. Get yourself grounded. It actually will increase your frequency. It will increase it tenfold. And especially if you're suffering with the planets. Magnetic therapy. I'm not a doctor. I'm not allowed to promote. Oh, fuck it. You got to have some bad habit, don't you? I'm a human. And after that research, I've still got 20 pages of notes out there that I could do a bloody essay. 3 people that made that energy, which I will try and share a video. When I find it, I will put it underneath. The Illuminati. Oh, God. Okay, let me put it this way. All of them actually have an aspect of alchemy, and they also use the X symbol, and it is an aspect of alchemy. It has been handed down all the way through to Egyptian times. The key to life. For years, I've been seeing a vision of the key to life. I've been seeing the tree, which again is the grounding and the growth. The key to life is your ascension, because it's actually it's your Kundalini awakening, and you reaching the 9th chakra. The 9th chakra system is where you're going to be heading, and that is when it turns silver. It's also using it's having your complete ascension. Okay, yeah, no shit, I really should. It's like, God, the amount of research I've done. I'm going to keep these babies. But it's interesting to see that we actually can't ground ourselves. And I mean, years ago, spiritually speaking, people were feeling more grounded. Now, some of you might be noticing that you're actually seeing colours more so. More vibrant colours. I know I have been. I've actually been starting to see chakras, and I've never experienced that before. It's like, okay, I don't know what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing chakras. I can literally see people's colours, and my girlfriend said to me, oh, what's mine? And I said, look, you're over the phone. Give me a break. I've only just developed it. What I'm supposed to, I intuitively perhaps could try, but I'll just work on the first level right now, okay? develop that one first, and then we can get to the next level. You'll probably find through the Ascension your eyes will change. My eyes do change depending on my makeup and my mood and my energy. Mine can go very, very yellow. Very yellow. Yeah. Well, we've got moss growing over here. It's been raining so much, which again, I'm not surprised due to the lunar eclipse. And that energy is supposed to last for 6 months. So whatever energy we were releasing, our oomph is going to be there for 6 months, either or, good or bad. I think it's good though. I don't have a bad feeling. It should ease up by the end of August. Some of the planets should bugger off and leave us alone for a while. And then we've got, yeah, so I think by about the 27th, I've got the paperwork somewhere, we'll have next, moving from pretty much the end of this month, moving through into September, we have Pluto, Saturn, and Chiron retrograde. Yeah. And then we get 3 weeks of Saturn retrograde. Not like love could be any more further up the shit than it possibly is. Well, remember, think of it. If your energy can raise, you will energetically raise the energy of people you're directly connected to. So, big job, feminines or masculines out here. If you're here and you're watching, realize that you're important too, and that's like attracts like ultimately. Well, you do realize the Indians would actually do spiritual dances connected to the rain gods. So the fire, it's again alchemy. Another thing I was going to say, I actually would not be surprised if the planet's actually regenerating itself naturally. I'm just saying, I've just got this feeling. Just a feeling. You know how we sort of get a pest and then we're like, oh, we'll introduce that species. We'll eradicate that species. I just have this distinct feeling the planet's like, you guys are doing a pretty shitty job. Let me take over. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. So whatever that is, it's divinely guided. Any questions while we're at it, talking shit? I'm telling you, the moss that's growing out on that wall, I've never seen anything like it before. I'll take a photo and I'll upload it. It's strange. It's actually got flowers coming out of it, and it's really vivid green. Well, it was a spirit. Yeah, well, when you think about it, again, it is alchemy. And when I say alchemy, it's the laws of attraction. Give and taking in yang, masculine, feminine. And feminines, you guys need to balance your masculine energy. So you probably, how do I put it? We need to have both, and that's balance. That's magnet. That's when our whole energy in ourself, and it's not through ego, it's more be balanced. Get to a balanced place where your frequency is correct, where if we're feeling needy, we're out of balance. We're changing then that vibration at a frequency level. I mean, really, it would be essential that all of us become Buddhist monks, quite frankly, at this point in time. But hey, we're just not going to go there, are we? So we need to look at a more rational means, which is when you're getting a bit nervous, shower, cleanse, meditate, magnetic therapy, diet, exercise, breathing techniques. But definitely from what I've researched with the Ascension symptoms, I feel that the magnetic therapy is really going to help that. Well, maybe it takes the pressure off the masculine. I mean, maybe that's why essentially some of us have energetically sort of felt like everything's, it's going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be fine. And really focusing like we're making Noah's Ark. I mean, a lot of us, you know, in our own lives, and when I say making Noah's Ark, I mean more so tying up your loose ends, you know? Getting to a point where you're getting your work done, you're getting your finances in order, you're getting your life and your spirituality balanced. Magnetic therapy. 350 gauze. Maybe it was divinely guided for this moment. I don't know. It seems a bit ironic after stumbling across this. Yeah. What else have I been seeing? I've been seeing the X everywhere. I don't know about that, Yildiz, because I think I have been tuned for quite a while. Yeah, you can be tuned, but we're not immune. Some of it's divinely guided, Stefan. You know, we're a point of, okay, on a manifestation level, right? I've forgotten their name now because I'm so fucking tired. No disrespect. What's their name? I've forgotten. Hit me with it. Yeah, I've been seeing X's everywhere. In an aspect of manifestation, if you place something out there and have a specific plan in mind, the universe doesn't grasp that. It's energy, right? If you're not energetically supposed to receive something in a particular way, the balance will be pushed out. And then to get it back, something will have to go. And if that wasn't part of your path, to knock you back on track, a tower moment can come. And it's not to push you off, it's to push you towards. You just don't see it at the time. And I have noticed that in my life a lot of times. I've had moments where I've had a house and then suddenly I haven't had a house and I'm like, oh shit, my life's falling and, you know, what am I doing? And I ended up getting the most perfect house at a very cheap rate in $1 million area right near the water. And I ended up getting 4 weeks rent free. I had time to save for food, move in, and I was still working a full-time job. You trust in universe, trust that they have a big plan for you. And if you're thinking, oh, I've had a tower moment, so I'm going to have another tower moment, like attracts like, again, same frequency. If you can't keep your energy correct, you know, if you're getting triggered and you're thinking, oh, something else is going to happen, you need to just give up on trust as well. Just focus on something else. Just let it go. Let it go and go, I'll deal with the 3D, or I'll just... Don't try and manifest it because, okay, how do I put this? I'll explain it very basically. You have 2 options, right? How many times have you been in and out with your twin? I'm just going to fucking put it down to the black and white. How many times have you been with your twin? Or have you been with your twin? Not everyone has, but... Yeah, I know you're tired. Quite a bit, but don't worry, it'll be uploaded and you can listen to it again. We're with in person for 22 months in the last 2 years. Okay. Okay, I'm going to explain my perspective and maybe it will make you feel a little bit better, but I don't know. It never does, you know, because we're twins and it's fucking shit, but hey. Okay, you meet your twin, you know that they are the one, okay? That's the truth. You know they're the one, and you're thinking, why can't we live in a perfect world? The world's not fucking perfect. 3D shit happens, life happens, blocks happen. It's what it was, right? My twin and I come back together 3 to 4 times. Some not full on, others quite full on, and then just retreat. You do, where I am in my life mentally, choice-wise, if it was so, I would not want my twin to come back at that same frequency. And that's not that I don't think the person's a good person. It's a waste of time. if they have things to sort, you are absolutely wasting your time. Absolutely wasting your time, because they're going to come back and you're going to retrieve another trigger point, which is abandonment again, until you can deal with the aspect of being okay with living without them. And it's not like just looking around at your life. And I have triggers sometimes, and I think, okay, am I choosing love from a point of fear? And these are questions I ask myself now to be very mindful. Am I getting triggered from a place of fear and growing old and not having someone? Or is it from a place of I love? Okay, now if you love, then you will wait. If you don't and you meet someone, it's divinely guided. The one thing I will say for twins is, if somebody's to come into your life and they're meant to be there, they're meant to be there. And, you know, we do put an awful lot in the way, in a sense, of karmics. Now, the reality is, if that person needs to experience that, I know at some point in my life, I literally asked the universe, I was like, if I can't have my twin, give me someone like him with his shit together. And I did get that. But again, it wasn't person, okay? And it was a different person. You have to be careful what you ask for. You have to be careful what you ask for. So, you know, on the level of twin energy, you do, because I'd waited so long, you know, and I didn't understand the nature of what it was. And now I don't know if it's any better that I do actually understand the aspect of what it is. I'm not so sure about that. But sometimes knowledge is not power. But what I have experienced is, I energetically and spiritually, where I was at in my life, really needed to experience an aspect of love, of someone being similar to me, being there, being like-minded, and I had that experience, okay? Yeah, bloody oath. But 17 years later, it probably could help me with my aspect of ascension, because mine was activated some years ago, but then it was shut down. And I had a big think about that the other day, and it was due to blocks, you know, it kind of went down. So I've delayed my ascension process through that, but that was through blocks, which was pretty shitty. But hey, it's divinely guided. It's what life was supposed to be. And look, I do feel that if you guys early on in the journey, if somebody comes to you spiritually and you feel head over heels, you will end up with them. And you can't feel guilty for that. That's divinely guided. That is part of your life progress. That's something in your life that you were meant to experience. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she said, well, you know, I haven't had a relationship, so does that mean I need to wait for my twin? And I said, well, no. I said, but you don't go out looking for it. You do the work on yourself. You know, that's what you need to do. And then if somebody was supposed to come to you and they do come to you, it's divinely guided. Otherwise, for many of you who are really young, you could be missing out on having children. You could be missing out on having, you know, and if that is the way it's meant to be, that is the way it's meant to be. A lot of change, however, this year is coming. So that is totally spiritually and emotionally up to how strong you can be. How much you are willing to grow, and regardless of the point, when you say, I'm going to leave my twin, you do understand you're always going to be a twin. And I mean, you're always going to be a twin. Now, if you were to go into a soulmate or a karmic relationship, what you're going to find is, if you can't do the work and you don't hold the same boundaries and lessons, because you will get downloads, you'll get trigger points within that relationship that will be similar learnings to what you'll receive with your twin, be it if you were with your twin or not. Now, if you don't hold your energy in that relationship, it will fall down, and you will have to learn that karmic energy and the lesson in it. So do you know what I mean? It's really hard. Ultimately speaking, for the rest of your life, you're going to be a twin. You have been since birth. If you've stumbled across the fact that you are, and you feel a big pull, You are a twin, and even if you wanted to leave them, you can, but you're going to get like to a point where you're still going to have your ascension, your, Kundalini, learnings, blocks, purging. But you got to remember that, okay, again with the triangle, right? We are the light and the dark. We are masculine and we are feminine. What they have in them is what we have in us. They are the balance of us, right? So I can actually say where I was super uptight, he was super relaxed. And then we swapped, right? So at some points I was the chaser, and sometimes I was the runner, and that's probably because of the length of the journey. But when you really think down to it, you see that it was bouncing back and forward. You can't not partake in it. You're fucked. The spiritual journey is yours forever, no matter where you are in your life. So you can, once you know that you are, and you definitely are, you have to definitely be. And I was thinking the other day how to explain to you guys to know if you are. Well, I had this really aha moment the other day. I mean, I know. Who wants to sacrifice me? It's actually for you, and that's the crazy thing. You actually spiritually chose this. I think the more you... Okay, let me put it this way. Your 5D self knows you are spiritually connected. Your ego self, the body, the vessel, the 3D, the reality, the mind shock of the situation, that's like, what the fuck, okay? That I totally get that. And that's the heart chakra, it's the base chakra, it's all the hurts coming out. It's oh God, I'm so tired. Why couldn't I just have had... Look, we're past the dawn of time of being looked after like mummy and daddy was there to babysit us. And it's horrible. I mean, all my life I've had to look after myself. I've been a single parent in many pockets. Everything I have in my life, I've had to work bloody hard for. At times I felt tired and it was like universe. And now it's like, yes, I do get tired. I'm very tired. Yes, I would have preferred a simpler life perhaps, but that was not what I chose. And I do remember my memory from before birth. So no, I chose this. And I was actually in a hurry. And I do recall the time frame over there to what we have here was 5 seconds. So when they say time, there's no time. It's like there to here is like that. So quick. So think of it as a spiritual, this is where we feel energy and we change. But the problem is you're going to internally have to go back into that energy, because if you can't release that energy, you are going to plague your heart to a point where every relationship, Michelle, you will contaminate. So if you want to be free to have a good life, you really have to deal with that emotion and detach it. That can be through the purging. It can be through counselling. Like I said, I've had terrible things happen as well. And I hope that I haven't done terrible things to people. But yeah, I know. You can't turn it off. No. Nope. I tried. You don't need to, hun. It's your business. But purging it is going to be very important for you to get some spiritual healing, because you've got to think, if we can't release and forgive, you can't have a relationship. Okay? It's really so hard. Don't think it directly relates to you. Don't own it. Try and find forgiveness due to blocks of perhaps the reasons why things have happened. And, you know, when you're angry and hurt and disappointed or any of that, you know, there was a book I read and, oh God, it was many years ago. And it was about a lot of our blocks when we look at it, we move back and we wonder why mum and dad have treated us in a particular way. And in this book, it talked about looking at their parents and how their parents directly raised them, treated them, and then look back another generation after that and then another, and you'll see a synchronistic pattern. And it's a bit like the washing of the hands to break the chain. You are that chain. You need to break that chain or you're going to hand it down energetically in cycles, and it's going to be something that's just going to keep toppling over and reoccurring. Now, even if it's just in this 3D life, if you can't break that chain, that link of pain, it's just going to keep happening because like attracts like. So somehow just be gentle with yourself. Take the time you need to recoup. We're in retrograde at the moment, which is dragging the shit up. Yeah. I know, doll. I know. But we don't know core wounds that happen to these people behind the scenes. We may think we know. There could have been molestation at childhood. There could have been beatings. There could have been... So we don't know. We think we know. We don't know. And it doesn't condone bad behaviour. But we need to understand that we are good and bad, and that is in all of us, and we are flawed. We are not perfect, and we need to do the best we can to see the best in people, and that people can change. Now, certain things, if you can't get past, that's your spiritual truth and that's your feeling, but you need to change your feelings so you can be free. Whatever you choose. So is that most recently, Suzanne? What's that? Yildiz, is it normal that I am needing and guided to sing when my twin is triggered? I don't know. Why not? Yeah, you can do, doll. Just inbox me. I kind of gather, but we can talk privately. Hey, maybe it was a past life thing with the singing. I don't know. Are you trying to serenade him to calm him down? Yes. A lot of sexual wounds are coming up at the moment for a lot of people. So when you see the childhood, you know, that again, the childhood card, although it's directly connected to the yellow chakra, it's also childhood's directly connected to base chakra. So they're hyperlinked into each other. Your doormat ego. Yes, it is hard work, isn't it? The thing is, it's sort of hard. Look, in relationships I've been in, I was always a huge giver, and I've very much changed quite a bit. And it's not that core self of me has changed that I don't give. And I'm probably more open in a sense with my heart chakra is more open now. I'm a bit more feeling safe in my own energy that I can have healthy boundaries, and I do have. And it's not, I wouldn't say I have expectations. I look after myself now completely, and I fill my own cup, so to speak. Although it's looking pretty empty at the moment, I'll have to fill it again. But I think from that perspective, when you look at it, and I know that sounds really bad, but I'm still doing a lot of work on myself. I've got used to being on my own, which for a lot of people, all my life I was either looking after my grandmother, helping with my auntie, helping my mum raise her 2 younger kids. Then I was in a relationship and they had children. It's just the whole way through my life, I've either been a mother or a carer of someone in my life. So this really has been the only time in my life I've actually had just me. And initially it was like, okay, this is strange. But now it doesn't bother me at all. And it's not, I want to be like this forever. No, I don't. And no, I don't intend to be. Well, I hope not. But I would be okay if it was that way. I know I would be. Yeah. It is what it is. Otherwise, I'll go live with Darry. And I'll drink with her. Go visit Jen and Lysiana. And then go and say hi to Mark. So, should I leave you now with enough of that conundrum? Slow moving energy. Yes. It's 2222. Is it really Antonella Blue? I need to get a life, like, honestly. A lot of us are still going through fatigue and the nausea. I was feeling with twin energy. Now, it depends on, it can be female or male, but the deemed as runner. They're doing a lot of processing at the moment, but they're actually making an action plan. Oh, you keep dreaming. I've actually had some horrific dreams lately, and it's, I think a lot of it is due to the Ascension, and it's helping us purge some things out. And that's both. That's everyone collectively. What are you doing awake, Antonella? You insomniac? I'm going to wake you at 6:30 tomorrow. Action plan. So in order to manifest, guys, you need to get your frequencies correct. So try and have a detox where you can, if you choose to. But keep your liquids up. You're going to need to meditate. And that can just be breathing exercises. Yeah, I know, I'm such a stubborn bitch, eh, Mark? You missed me. But yeah, the dreams are coming through. I'm just a bit worried about that. Yeah, that kind of comet or asteroid, whatever you want to say. But keep your energies grounded, okay? Yeah, get to a point where you can work on your boundaries, and don't get to a point where you block yourself in like a hermit. If you can, you must get out and get some sunlight, especially for your magnetic energy. Yeah, I told you, sexual energy healing. A lot of that is coming up. A lot of us are going over our old wounds or healing it or moving past it and purging it. And I'm like, and a lot of you guys are going to be getting to the point where you're going, I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do that, and you're going to be going left, right, and then you're going, oh, fuck. Don't take it personal. Don't even, if you have to, don't even make a friggin' decision this month, okay? Just go with the flow. Don't be so hard on yourself. Sit back, drink a friggin' pina colada. I'm not promoting alcohol. Coloured liquid. And... yeah, preferably yellow for your sacral chakra. Sacral chakra, yeah. It's at the beginning of the video. It's coming through in August. Can I ask you a question, Sarah? She'd hit me if she sees me. What are you going to do if you give up? You won't give up. Drink tea. Yeah, well, I used to have these real horrific dreams of a tsunami wave. And I'm trying to picture where this beach was. It sort of does seem in Perth, which is pretty scary. And it started coming back again. And then I heard about what's it called? Plurisiris, which is a comet coming in. It's an asteroid, okay? It's a friggin' asteroid. It's traveling through, and in Nostradamus's predictions and somewhere connected in the Bible, I have to find the place, and it was connected to Elijah. It talks about where the 3 planets are aligned and a star coming from the sky. Now, hello, a star coming from the sky, and I'm like, what? And the location they were talking about was near the Tigris, and it will be dry. And I was like, shit. So here's hoping I'm wrong, but it just seems very synchronistic that all those things have been interlinked and found accidentally, just through little signs I've been seeing, and you know, just kept hearing that. You need to work on your ascension and get yourself grounded. Giving up is not, yes, the ego you do need to let go of. You need to let go of the ego and trust in the bigger picture. And that's with anything. I mean, look, okay, any relationship, would you want a person there that didn't want to be with you? You're just wasting your time. If the person wants to be with you, they're going to be with you. You need to trust that. That's twin or not twin. If you're meant to be with someone, it will come to light inside your heart of what you want to do. You've got to trust that. And while you're confused about that, work on yourself. It's not rocket science. It's like, it can hurt. You'll have your days you'll be like, oh my gosh, and you'll have other days you'll be like, yes, okay, I'm feeling better. And the more you work on yourself, the more grounded you get, the better you will feel. You will raise your vibration. And 9 times out of 10, when your life is moving forward, you hear from twin. Yeah, a lot of yes, a lot of that, Mark. But it's 2 to 4 for possession, 6 grams a week. That's just wrong. So 2 to 4 years or 2 to 4 months? I was actually tuning into your masculine today. I think I actually, I don't know, it's going to be reduced. I really do feel it's going to be reduced, because I was tuning into it today and I was like, his energy, because I feel his energy during the time he's in there change. And I feel they are going to change the sentence somehow. Wait and see. Yeah, keep grounded. It probably won't bode good, and that's the way it's gone due to the retrograde, because it's not so great for contracts and legalities. But going direct, he may have a bit of pot luck, so it's probably divinely guided. But tell him to keep grounded, and you need to keep grounded and white light him. Do you really want to know, Giggle? Yeah, me too. I'm not quite sure. I'll pull a card for you, Giggle. He seems quite private, your one. Very private. No dreams at all means why? You're oh, I just saw something. 9 times out of 10 it's due to fatigue. And you're thinking too much. Yeah. Okay, Giggle, he is feeling, he's meditating quite a bit. I can see him with a group of people in a living room. The couch is bloody ugly. I don't know whose house he's at. Not that I'm pretentious. I really don't care. I'd sit on an ice cream crate. But it seems like it's an old style couch. And he's sitting there talking to somebody. And they're talking to him. He's not talking. And he's just watching TV. And I feel they're giving him some advice. He knows it has to come to an end, whatever he's doing, and that can be in a mindset, a physical 3D kind of way. Okay? But he's got the fear connected to it, whatever it is. It's an emotional block. He's worried about finances as well. Okay, Stefan, one more, and then I'm running away. Your twin seems further away. Are they in a different state? Where's your twin, Stefan? In the country? It feels like they're further away. So what's the distance between you and them? Not that it makes any difference. Bullshit. You guys saw me shuffle, right? Okay, we're going to do this one more time after this. I'm going to do it again, okay? This is very weird. We did shuffle, correct? You've got the same fucking cards. I shuffled them. I'm going to go again. I fucking shuffled them. Okay, Stefan's twin. That's kind of spooky. I did shuffle them. You can rewind it and check. I'm going to turn them around and shuffle them again. It's freaking me out. And he's like, come on, you'll just tell me what's going on. I feel there's travel connected to him. Okay, again, same situation. They're letting go of something. So they are letting go and they're sick of feeling stuck. And they're accepting the fact that something has to change. They don't want to stay in that stuck energy, but if they are, it's due to a 3D situation. They're still trying to gain clarity, and it may be around the time of the lunar eclipse they actually had that 3D reality of a situation. Now it's about applying it to the 3D, okay? So they're trying to tie up those loose ends. I feel a job, and I'm feeling location related because I kept hearing location. Yeah, it just feels location and job, and it feels like there's a person around them that they're helping, but that's really taken a toll on them in some shape or form. Yeah, I don't know who this person is. It might have been a previous romantic partner or a family member, but it feels like they were helping somebody. Yeah, energetically, if you need to detach, like spiritually speaking, sometimes even you aspectly, like white lighting and healing can be problematic because they can still feel your energy. So release and trust in the process that she can actually heal. Yeah. It's like tying up loose ends, but I'm feeling as though the energy in the heart chakra has been activated. I'll pull a chakra card. It feels as though there's some wounds there, but I do feel she had somebody that passed over, and that has very much impacted, like in a sense of, how do I put it, her emotions, and it's just traveled through her life. It's really impacted her. I feel it was probably around 4 or 5 years ago. It's not that far. Too many. Okay, they're not talking to this person that they're dealing with. They're wanting to have a happier life, and they don't feel the love. Okay, so they're doing the heart chakra. I did say. There you go. I hope that helps, Stefan. Cheer up. And, you know, you try and do that work as well. But I feel, look, even though you feel down, you actually are okay. You're a lot stronger than you think. It's just, it's the sadness and, you know, oh gosh, I wish I was there. Gee, this is taking fucking ages. But I mean, ultimately, your energy frequency from here that I'm sensing is fine. So it's not like you need to look under your armpit and you've got to do something else to spiritually. It's not that. It's just, it's divine timing. What was that? Yeah. Yeah, you have. You've changed a lot. You are very grounded. You're very, that's what I'm feeling. Yeah. Your third eye should be on fire. Gotta get a drink. Take you jaggedly through the kitchen. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Well, I'm going to love yous and leave yous. If you are wanting a booking, I will put the link directly below. Otherwise, you can go to the other videos and you can have a look there. Pull a card for my twin. They're in the trunk. I'll do that for you privately, Mark. Love and light, everyone. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, Sarah. Lots of love. Look after yourselves.